Hey, first off, I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Also want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this word and the brother who teach sincerely down. Also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. All right, so we're going into this 501c3 thing right here. Another brother posted it, so I'm gonna make a video off it. So I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna come up with some precepts.
Section 1022, subsection C allows detention under the law of war without trial until the end of hostilities authorized by the authorization for use of military force. So you can be held forever without receiving a trial until they determine that the hostilities are over. The National Emergency Centers Act, or H.R. 645, mandates the establishment of national emergency centers to be located on military installations for the purpose of providing temporary housing, medical, and humanitarian assistance to individuals and families dislocated due to emergency or major disaster, according to the bill. The legislation also states that camps will be used to provide centralized locations to improve the coordination of preparedness, response, and recovery efforts of the government, private, and nonprofit entities, and faith-based organizations. Okay, so the camps are going to be used for, all of these things plus faith-based organizations, your 501c3 corporate religious entities of the state, of the U.S. government. The bill also provides that camps can be used to meet other appropriate needs as determined by the Secretary of Homeland Security.
And my listening to this, it makes me think of, because we talking about the camps, it makes me think of 2020 when that I'm trying to think of the word, when that epidemic happened. There were churches, one that I can think of here in the city of Indianapolis, the church I used to go to, Pastor Jeffrey Johnson, he's a sellout, he's a Mason. He was giving away the pokey at his church, okay? And the scriptures say that should not pretty much, I forgot the exact words, but you're not supposed to get no shots in your skin. It should not pierce the skin. So that's going off, and East Star is a huge church. I got baptized there when I was a kid, foolishly, not knowing the word. But it makes me think, so when this stuff pops off and these churches are under 501c3s, these churches are probably going to be turning in their members. Or these churches might become a camp they self. Because when the pandemic, when 2020 happened, the churches were giving people the pokey, and people were dying from it. So the churches are in cahoots with the government, that 501c3, and they do what the devil tells them to do. So I don't know what makes you think, if you're going to a church, that the church ain't gonna give all his members away, because he already is sellout, and they're gonna be coming to your houses, because our church, you ain't got it, but still, they still gonna come for y'all too. And most of y'all church members just gonna take the charagma anyways. But I wanted to bring out this right here, what this is talking about. And I started talking and didn't even look up the precept, but let me get it. It's Revelations 12:12. Gone, boy. My bad. Slakia. Revelation 12:12. Get these animals out of here. That's Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of earth and of the sea, for the devil is coming down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast, and the devil is Esau, Edom, and he know he don't have much time. He know his kingdom is about to go down. So, and when he saw the dragon, who cast unto earth, he prosecuted the woman which brought forth the many man-child. That's not what I want. I'm looking for something else. The devil should come down with great wrath, knowing he have a short time. And one more, till I start the video. It's man, come on. I'm gonna play this until I find it. It's like, yeah.
Like slaughterhouses or, guillotine factory. I mean, what are we talking about? What are these other appropriate needs? This is a carte blanche mandate that many fear could mean the forced detention of American citizens in the event of widespread rioting following a national emergency or total economic collapse. So the conclusion, what pastor could in good conscience participate in this heinous program? Well, I guess 100,000. That's supposedly the high-end estimate. Only a pastor who has turned their back on Jesus could ever be part of such a charity.
See, this guy says over 100,000 pastors. So the Christian church is completely being compromised. And that's why the whole world is lost. And that's why these people come to us trying to argue what they've been taught from these 501c3 churches. And that's going to get a lot of people destroyed. The water Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah for pulling me out of them churches. I ain't never like them anyways. This is Revelations 2 and 10. 2 and 10. Okay. Fear none of these things. I'm going to start at 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you in prison, that ye may be tired, and ye shall have tribulations 10 days. And this is what this is going into, because this is what this is leading to, because all these events happening to Trump, then you got the Venezuelans, then Trump's gonna deport them. They're gonna start a civil war over that. They're not going back peacefully. You got all these things lining up perfectly. Like it's one of 500 pieces puzzles, and every day a piece gets put together, and everything isn't lining up to the scriptures. So, yeah, the devil should throw you in prison for 10 days, and that's this FEMA camps. Okay.
But I would venture to say, if you interviewed the vast majority of these 100,000, they think they're doing pretty good with God. They think they've done nothing wrong. They're obeying Romans 13, and they've thrown the Bible out, and all they care about is what the government thinks, and that means that they're of God. They're a man of God. So the pastors in America are being coerced to participate in this because, in part, when an emergency is declared, no pastor who does not have the FEMA-trained government badge will be allowed to be in the declared emergency area. Pastor Mansfield and many other pastors that I spoke with felt strongly that this was the government's way of removing Jesus from America's landscape and setting the stage for the ushering in of the New Age one world religion. Absolutely. It's that big of a deal. Most likely this will be the linchpin. It is mind-boggling to fathom how so many reporters and media types deny the existence of FEMA camps under these circumstances. It is also disturbing that any pastor would agree to participate in a program in which Jesus and the Bible end up on the cutting room floor. The only viable way to preserve Christianity is for all Christians to leave their churches and form Bible home study groups. Okay, that's his opinion. Okay, obviously if their church is a 501c3, if it's not yoked up with the government, I mean, that wouldn't be the case. But, I think that hopefully there are 501c3 pastors out there that are going to get their eyes open, that try to get out of the system, and I'm going to give you some resources on how to do that here coming up shortly. This goes on by saying, since I began investigating and this is Dave Hodges, this reports from him, since I began investigating how widespread the takeover of the church is by DHS and FEMA, I have been contemplating the potential wisdom of Alexander Solzhenitsyn, who made the following quote, where he said, quote, "We should have resisted the KGB at the front door. If the KGB thought that they might not go home that night, the Russian people might have had a different fate. And as a result of what the Russian people let happen to them, Stalin killed, I think, conservatively 50 million. I mean, of his own people."
Hey, so with that being said, hope this quick lesson was edifying. Shalom.